Sounds like a personal problem here.
I do need to get a haircut shortly. Well, not shortly, but soon.
Soon. And I think you need to go to that
Yes, we know. I know. We've discussed this. You want me to go back there. I get it.
Oh, I get it. Well, welcome, everyone. Look, guys, everyone, our viewers.
Yes, this is not planned, okay? We're wearing the same shirt. Kelsey just copied off of me.
I was dressed before you, so that's weird.
I didn't even know we had the same shirt.
Correct. Keith just wants
fun fact.
To be me. Well,
I mean, guys, that's not accurate.
That's not accurate. Guy t-shirts are just so much nicer. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I have to say it. Like, they're so much nicer. Quality, too. It's very soft. It's nice baggy.
You know, you're not wrong. So
a nice bag.
I'm with you.
A nice bag to it, you know?
It wasn't planned, but I'm going to spin this in a completely positive way here. We didn't plan this, but the chemistry is off the charts that that's where we're at. We were connected to where we're like, yeah, let's, we're going to think of putting on the same shirt without even talking to each other about it, which means the Flyers are going to have a great game tonight because their chemistry is going to be off the charts and the boys are going to win. So that's how we're going to start this episode because I am ready. It is.
The boys are back.
I mean, it wasn't that long. They played Saturday night. But yeah, they're back. Didn't really go anywhere, but they are back indeed.
Correct.
Flyers, Bruins, 7:00, game 1, home and home, first of the back-to-back. And we got some interesting news earlier today. Bruins starting goaltender, Yaroslav Halak, got a positive COVID test, so he will not be playing for the Bruins tonight, which, if you paid attention to the brandonsports.com, you checked out my blog earlier, could be a very good thing or a very bad thing for the Flyers because historically they tend to make backup goaltenders or nobodies look like superstars.
Right. It's just like a normal thing.
There's another opportunity for that tonight. Will that happen? I'm really hoping not. Like, I don't want to see this guy come out and make just like 35 saves, have a shutout, and the Flyers lose again.
And I think that's the worst possible scenario that we can encounter. And I know that there's been talks, like Chuck Fletcher said, like these next 4 games are going to depend on his moves of what's going to happen between now and the deadline. And I think at least tonight and tomorrow night are going to be critical of what he's going to do and who he's going to move. And I think like this is reality now. And I think that I feel like the boys kind of feel like something's about to happen, whether it's going to be a drastic change or just like, I don't want to say no change at all, because I think then Chuck Fletcher will just let this franchise go crazy. But I feel like the guys kind of feel like pressure now. And like, at least the last game, I felt like they were playing and I felt like it was kind of a better game for them. And especially Carter in net, I felt like he did great. It was like an unfortunate situation that it wasn't until a shootout, skills competition that they lost.
Worst thing in all sports. And yeah. I was very impressed with Saturday's game.
Yeah.
It sounds weird because they lost, but I don't know. It had a different feel to it. I don't know. Mm-hmm. They just didn't look as bad. There was obviously times where they did, but it didn't feel as bad as they had been. And I think the important part of it was that Carter Hart actually looked like Carter Hart. He didn't let one goal get to him, and then it was one goal turning into 6. It was one goal. They got another one that just was bad defense.
Right.
But he made saves that were very impressive.
Right. And I feel like the whole shootout, like he looked good.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's like you said, unfortunate that they lost, but at the same time, I was very impressed. And I think that week off for Carter Hart did definitely pay up for him.
Yeah. And I mean, it was nice they at least got a point. Right. Would have liked to have been to. And I will stand by this statement. If shootouts aren't a thing, the Flyers win that game in overtime. Give me 5 more minutes of overtime. Flyers win that game, 100%.
I definitely
unfortunately,
agree with that.
The NHL hasn't adjusted to the times, realizing that most of us all hate shootouts and love the 3-on-3, and they have yet to change that. But what do I know?
Right, and the weird thing is that Flyers lost in a shootout, and then as soon as they lost, Phantoms entered a shootout, and luckily the Phantoms won. But I was like, how crazy is that both teams had to go through a shootout, which was just nerve-wracking, right? And nerve-wracking all around if you are a fan of both, like you follow both teams. So
yeah. Other than that, tonight we have Brian Elliott in net, which I'm okay with. I like giving Moose the nod in net because why not? Keep him fresh. Let him have a bounce back game. Carter Hart's going to go tomorrow night because it's his first of a back-to-back against the Bruins. See how the boys play tonight. Oscar Lindblom out of the lineup. Again, I'm okay with that. He hasn't looked himself recently. Looks tired. Just doesn't look. He's not fully invested, it feels like. Maybe it is just him coming back, getting his legs back under him. He's wearing down a little bit, which is understandable. You don't hate it. But Michael Raffl is back in the lineup tonight, so I do like that. And Tanner Wazinski going to be playing his second game. He looked pretty decent on Saturday night. Didn't have too many opportunities, but when he was out there, he was not doing anything horrible.
See, and I think the weird thing is, I feel like Scott Gordon, I feel like he doesn't get enough credit where it's due. He had to fill in as a coach for the Flyers, and did we have the best season? No, but we didn't have a horrible season with him. And he is an AHL coach that has a new record now with played the 400 wins in the last 6 years, and I feel like he gets these younger players in a mindset where they need to be, that they know that if the opportunity comes and they have to get pulled up, they know their job and they know their role. And I feel like Scott Gordon just doesn't get enough credit where it's due. And I feel like if you listen to conversations with Scott Gordon talking about Tanner, and the player development of him, he knows what his job is and he knows his role. So I was very excited to see. I only watched the second period and third period, and then obviously overtime and the shootout for the game. But from what I was seeing, I have no complaints whatsoever for Tanner. And I think this is a role I feel like he kind of deserves right now, and no one else has really stepped up. And I mean, it's unfortunate you have to call up another player, but at the same time, he's doing his job and he knows what he needs to do. Simple as that.
And it couldn't have been worse than what we were already. I mean, it could have been worse, but it couldn't have been worse than what we were seeing, honestly.
Correct.
He didn't look like he didn't belong. I like what he brings to the table. He's a little bit bigger, 6'2", I think 200-something pounds. So he'll add a little bit of physical presence out there, which I like that.
Yeah.
And speaking of physical presence, Sam Morin, once again in the lineup.
Yeah.
Liked his game the other night, obviously, except for the dumb penalty that he took in the first period that led to the Islanders' first goal.
What exactly happened? I heard that he fought someone. Is that right?
Well, so this is the thing. Loved his energy from the start of the game. He was out there picking fights in warm-ups. Ended up dropping the gloves, I think, 4 minutes in the game with Ross Johnson. Pretty much knocked him down one punch. Love to see it. Gets out of the box. Probably the next shift or the shift after that, he just hit. It was just a bad hit, really. Mm-hmm. He hit him late, kind of from behind. Got called for the interference. I get what he was trying to do, and I don't hate the penalty.
Right.
If our penalty kill wasn't as bad as it is.
Right.
If the boys could have bailed him out, we're not even talking about it. But the fact that the Flyers penalty kill, which I think is the bigger issue, sucks. It ended up leading to the Islanders' first goal of the game.
Got it.
It is what it is. It happens. Like I said, I don't hate the penalty, but it was a stupid penalty. That's all there is to it. Right. I want him to continue playing the way he's playing because the Flyers need somebody like that, and he's been playing pretty well. So I don't really have any complaints about his game. Just an unfortunate penalty that ended up in the back of the net. So, let's see, what else? For the Bruins, I know they're still dealing with some COVID issues. Obviously, Halak now out of the lineup. Don't know how long it's going to be. Don't know if it's a false positive. Haven't really heard too much about it. Just know that he's not playing tonight. He did skate with a few people this morning. So who knows if this is going to end up being a bigger issue. The Bruins did already have a little bit of a COVID issue a couple weeks ago. We'll see. But what's his name in net tonight for the Bruins? I'm really just hoping that this is not what I'm expecting it to be like, because this is setting up for a typical Flyers letting a young goaltender come in and beat them. Dan Vladar, they call him Darth Vader, which that's a little intimidating, not going to lie. Hopefully he doesn't play that well. And
not like that.
Yeah. I think the big thing and it's very cliche. You got to get pucks on net early and often. Like, just shoot from anywhere on this kid. I'm not saying, he's an AHL, wannabe or just a rookie, whatever, but he is. He's a young goaltender. This is a big game. These next we have 4 games this week, 3 against the Bruins. They're all the biggest games of the season.
Yeah.
The Flyers lose one of them, it's pretty much done and over. Like, they're not going to catch the Bruins at this point. If they can squeak out a win tonight and tomorrow, you could not saying they should, but you could afford a loss to the Islanders on Thursday night or whatever it is. But then you got to pick it right back up on Saturday when you play the Bruins.
Right.
It's one thing to lose to teams in your division that are already ahead of you, but when you're chasing a team that, like the Bruins, who you play 3 times this week, haven't beaten them once all year, you got to capitalize on this opportunity. Bruins are still a great team in front of their goaltender, regardless of who's in net. But this is an opportunity the Flyers have to say, hey, listen, there's a young guy in net. Let's bring our A game, biggest game of the season, must win, and let's just do what we need to do. So I want to see lots of shots on this kid. I want to see bodies in front of him. I'm okay taking a goaltender interference penalty. Someone run into him a little bit. Let him know you're there. Send a little message.
Show who's boss.
Exactly. Like, this is, I don't know, maybe it's just my old school way of thinking about hockey, but I know it's a new game. I'm okay taking a penalty if it, is going to get under the opponent's skin.
Right.
Like, yeah, take a little, I'm not saying go out there and just dive at the goalie and take him out. That's not what I'm saying. Cut across the crease, and if he's in the way, don't try to avoid him as much as you typically would. Keep skating, go on your straight line towards across the net. If you bump into him, you bump into him. But I'm okay with a penalty like that, because you let them know, hey, listen, this is our front of the net. We are going to score. We're going to be here all night long. So deal with it. And if you do that and he ends up still having a great game, fine. But at least I know you tried to throw him off a little bit. I mean, he's 23 years old. He's 2-1 so far this year. I'm very nervous that it's going to end up being the story of the night, is with Vladar coming in and just stealing the show.
Yeah. And I feel like that's always like the scenario that happened, because who was it the other night? It was his first goal all season, and he scored 2 goals. And I'm like, typical. Like, it's just typical. Like, stuff like that always happens to us. So I guess we'll see. I mean, like you said, I think having a physical presence in front of him, like having bodies there to block his view, basically, like goalie interference, let it happen and see what does happen, and especially come out like shooting goals on net, because I feel like that's always like a weakness in our area no matter what. But then by the end of the game, like, we get more shots on goal than the other team, but somehow like the other team still manages to win. But I feel like if it's a new goaltender, like, shoot the
pucks on net, pucks on net, pucks on net, pucks on net, pucks on net.
Right. He's not going to know, like, it's a whole different feel from being down in the AHL to the NHL. Like, it's more fast paced, and I feel like the guys kind of shoot harder at the same time. So I'm like, just Be like,
just shoot.
Gotcha.
I will listen. I am not a shoot guy. You're not gonna ever hear me doing that at a game. Like I'm not like on the Flyers on the power play. I'm not yelling shoot. That's not who I am. It's not what I do. But there's a certain time where, listen, enough with the pet. Literally, just shoot. And tonight is one of those nights because you have a young goaltender in net in a very important game. You need to bring it. You need to get pucks in deep, shots on net, bring the physical play, and just let's go. Like I'm tired of losing to the Bruins. I'm over it. All right, it doesn't need to be happening anymore. Boston has dominated us for way too often, whether it's been this year, a couple years ago. It just feels like we always lose to them. I've had enough. I'm over it. I'm done.
Yeah.
Tonight
I feel you.
is our night. If the boys want me in the locker room, I can go in the locker room. Listen, put me on FaceTime. I'll give a speech. I'm ready to go.
Zoom me
AV,
in.
give me the call. Give me the call, AV. I'll come in. I'll virtual hype the boys up. Be like Herb Brooks and Miracle. Listen, I'm ready to go. Put me out there. Put me out there on the ice. I'm ready to go tonight. Playoff vibes, baby. This is a very big game. And I think this is like the game for me. I've probably said this multiple times already, but this is the game for me. If they lose, it's over.
Yeah.
If they win, I'm all the way back in. They win tonight, and it's Stanley Cup or bust at this point. That's where I'm at.
Oh, this is our rally town. Bring out those rally towns.
This is a rally town night. Or what they used to have during the playoff games, those little like banger things.
The banger
you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Those were electric.
Towels have been the new thing that they've been giving.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan. I like those. I like the annoying things.
The Sixers were always good for handing those out. Oh my God!
I just remember going to Flyers playoff games and you having to blow them up
with the like little straw.
Yep.
And you gotta like make sure it gets in, and you're like,
what a time, man!
What a time! Feels so long ago.
But yes, I'm ready to go. I hope the Flyers are ready to go. They should be ready to go. You had a big game, not a big game, but you had a decent game the other night. Mm-hmm. Let's start carrying this momentum over. Let's start building on these things. That's what good teams do. Flyers haven't been a good team this year. Now's the time to turn around and figure it out.
Yeah, for sure.
So, Kels, predictions. Yeah. What do you got for me tonight?
Ooh, I'm thinking like 4-2.
4-2 who?
Flyers.
You didn't really say that was with a lot of confidence, and I don't like that. We need some positive vibes here, and that's not positive.
That was confident. I said the Flyers.
You said 4-2, and I said who, and you said Flyers. Yeah. Like, no. I would be like, Flyers, 4-2, dominating. Let's go.
Okay, let's go. Flyers are winning tonight. 4-2.
No. I need the energy up. Bring the energy level up, Kels. Let's go.
Tonight, I feel Claude is
like, what is this? You're just skipping over there's no energy. Like, let's go. Come on.
It's been a long day, okay?
Listen, I had a long day too, but we're doing this. We got to do it for the fans. K-Mess is watching. He's saying, see, for sure. Let's go. Get pumped up. That's what he's saying.
Okay, so Flyers are winning, guys. 4-2. Claude is going to be scoring. JVR is going to be scoring. I feel like Kevin Hayes and I kind of feel like Tanner. I feel like Tanner's going to step it up. I feel like he needs to know his role, and I feel like if he wants to keep that spot in the lineup, then he's definitely going to make some noise.
All right. 5-1 Flyers. That's my prediction. The boys are going to come out buzzing tonight. Like I said, I might have to give the pregame speech, and if I'm giving the pregame speech, everyone's going to be hyped up, ready to go. 5-1 Flyers win tonight. Giroux's scoring. Kevin Hayes is going to have 2 because why not?
Why not?
Michael Raffle is going to get 1, and Shane Gostisbehere. Those are your 5 goal scorers for the night. Brian Elliott has a solid game. We're not talking about Darth Vader all right, tomorrow, and the Boston Bruins, rookie goaltender coming in and shutting the Flyers down. That's not what we're talking about. We're talking about the Flyers veterans showing up, having a great game, dominating the Bruins, and getting right back in the playoff hunt. That's what we're going to be talking about. I'm sure this is going to age very poorly, but that's not important right now.
That's not.
I don't want anyone out there recording this and then posting it tomorrow when the Flyers have lost, because we're not going to do that. All right, that's not what's going to happen. The Flyers are going to win tonight, 5-1. I'll let the Bruins get one because they're good enough they can get one. But this is the turning point. The turning point of the season. You're getting right back into the playoff hunt, and it starts tonight.
I agree, and I hope that this is the night. I feel like you're very pumped up. You're very hyped.
I'm ready. I'm ready to go.
I'm ready to go right now. My one student.
No, I don't.
Wait, my one student. Sorry, he sings that song all the time. It's John Legend. If you want to know, it's called The Green Light.
Okay.
But yeah, I think that like it's now or never. Hashtag now or never. Anytime, anywhere, literally. To prove to I think themselves, to the fans, Chuck Fletcher, AV, like everyone, that they can be contenders for this playoff run, because right now it wasn't looking so hot, but let's hope for a turnaround. Yeah,
right now they got, they're out. They're on the outside looking in.
Mm-hmm.
Not many positive things have been coming up recently. We haven't had much to be excited about, be excited for. It's been a down year. It's been disappointing with the high expectations we had coming into the year.
Yeah.
And you're now, 6 days away from the trade deadline? If there was ever a time for the boys to figure it out, if they want to still be on this team now and for the future, it's now. They have to figure it out now.
Yeah.
Will they do that? It's the question that we've been asking all year long. They have let us down multiple times before. Hopefully tonight is different.
Yes, agree.
Do we have a guest that wanted to give their predictions tonight? I know Kelsey is on location.
Yeah, let's see. Let's see if they'll come over to me. Drew. Come here.
We've got some guest pickers coming on to the show. Welcome to the show, buddy.
Say hi.
Hi.
This is Drew. Drew. Oh, you're muted. Oh, boy. Kelsey's having technical difficulties.
Here we go. Can you hear us?
All right, there we go.
Okay.
All right, so Drew, what do we got tonight? The Flyers winning?
Are the Flyers going to win tonight? Yeah. Yeah?
All right.
Can you say, let's go
Who's your
Flyers?
favorite player?
Ooh, do you have a favorite player? Who's brother's favorite player? Go ask him.
All right, well, Drew.
So Drew says that they're going to win.
Yeah, that's all that matters. He said the Flyers are winning.
Yeah. James, do you want to come here? Just, you can stand right there. Do you think the Flyers are going to win tonight? Yeah. Do you think TK is going to score tonight? Yeah. TK is his favorite.
All right, boom.
Fun fact about my little cousin, James, first off. He is actually in the video for Oscar Lindblom when they first diagnosed him for cancer. My little cousin, the little boy that Oscar was playing with at the carnival, and I was at the game and they showed that video, and I'm like, wow, that really looks like my cousin. And then went back.
Like, wait, yeah, that is.
I went back and watched it. I was like, it's my cousin. So that was pretty cool. Yeah, but TK is his favorite Flyer, and he thinks that he's going to score tonight.
All right, so there you go. Drew says Flyers win, TK scores. Kelsey said Flyers win. She wasn't very confident with it, but she said they win. I'm all in. Flyers win tonight 5-1. We're going to have a great night. We're going to enjoy watching this game. It's going to be a lot of fun. And hopefully I'm not coming on here in a couple hours with a very depressing post-game show. So that's where I'm at. Hopefully it's not the case.
Yeah, let's hope there's no post game tonight. If I go back to work tomorrow.
If there's no post game tonight, that's a good thing. If there's a post game tonight,
bad thing.
Someone check on me.
Yes.
That's all I'm saying.
A wellness call.
Yeah. Someone will need to do a wellness check. But that will do it for our pregame show. Flyers Bruins about 10 minutes away. Make sure you're following us. We do these pretty much every Flyers game unless Kelsey's busy and has something to do because I'm usually always around. You can follow me at Keith_Walsh18. You can follow Kelsey at What Kelsey's New. Follow the show at Ginger_Thread. We will have a new podcast episode out this week with an interview, more than likely. It's not with Hartnell. We're not there yet. But we will have a Flyers media member, hopefully, on the show. And make sure you're following Brandon Sports at Brandon_Sports. Check out all the blogs, all the podcasts. Check out everything. We may be going live tonight for the national championship game for the basketball. Phillies play tonight too, so make sure you're checking them out. 3-0, best team in Philadelphia right now.
3-0, they are killing it. I'm all in for Phillies. It's the best time, hockey and baseball. Like my two favorite seasons going on at once. So
I'll be honest. I said it on a couple of our podcast shows. I was out, wasn't really in on the Phillies, and then I saw the hype video on opening day.
Oh, with Bryce Harper
and
now.
I was all in. Yeah, I was all in. So I've been all in since opening day, especially with the walk-off. Beautiful. The pitchings look good, but we're not going to talk about those. We'll save that for the podcast episode coming out on Thursday, and hopefully the Phillies will be undefeated still by then. Let's go Flyers. Big win tonight against the Bruins. I'm feeling it. I'm ready to go. I got to hop on the FaceTime with AV and the boys right now to get them pumped up. So we're going to get out of here so I can go get everyone ready for the game. Kels?
Let's go Flyers.
All right, there you go. We will see you guys tomorrow for Flyers.